Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And that brand of basketball we saw from the New York Knicks last night is what you absolutely love and you want to see more consistency of. Because at the end of the day, the New York Knicks are still forming chemistry, but what we saw last night from a balance standpoint was amazing. The New York Knicks weren't taking too many threes. They weren't looking to just dominate the paint. They were scoring from all three levels. If it was mid-range, if it was in the paint, if it was from the outside, and the way we were getting these buckets. It was off of ball movement. It wasn't isolation basketball. Mikal Bridges in the corner for a three, knocking it down. Finding OG Anunoby, cutting, moving without the basketball. Josh Hart threw a lob to Anthony Towns that he initially missed the lob opportunity, but then he got a second chance opportunity and put it up and in. The New York Knicks were just spraying the ball around. There was great cuts, great chemistry between Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson in this game. Jalen Brunson had one of those games that it's like, wow, he had 15 points, but it's like, not a big deal because he distributed the basketball at such a high level as he had 9 assists. The New York Knicks were disciplined. They were aggressive. They played with purpose. They wanted the basketball. You know, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges had their fingerprints all over this game defensively. You just absolutely loved seeing it, especially because I was disappointed in the approach when it came to the Rockets game and the Atlanta Hawks game. I thought the Knicks were going to be a lot more hungry in that Hawks game. Obviously, the New York Knicks take on the Indiana Pacers tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, but this was a great win for the New York Knicks. It just was. Anthony Towns was on fire, especially when it came in that first quarter. Overall, first half, the New York Knicks were up as many as 10 points, where they were up 10 at one point in that first quarter. We were up as many as 30 points in this game. The Bucks never had a lead. Again, just the balance on both ends, defensively, offensively. The rim protection was better than I thought. Even you had Jericho Sims, who came off the bench and played with some intensity. There was a play that he got the rebound. He went up with it, right? He initially missed it, but he stayed with the play, and then he threw it down with Giannis in that area. Giannis was in the restricted area. Even Jericho Sims looked like he really gave a shit out there on the floor, which was cool to see. You had McBride out there who had 12 points, knocked down a couple threes, kind of struggled early on with the shot, but he had a shot going from mid-range. Very good defense. The New York Knicks first forced a turnover, had a nice finish with the left hand. I really liked the way McBride played defensively. He got up in Ryan Holland's jersey, forced the ball out of bounds or forced him near the baseline and forced a turnover. So I thought he did a really good job playing defense, making sure that like on the baseline that he doesn't allow them left and forces them towards the baseline to turn the ball over. So I thought McBride did a really good job. The New York Knicks are 4-4 after beating the Milwaukee Bucks 116-94, and the Bucks have not been playing good basketball. They're 2-7 this season. Brook Lopez has been absolutely awful. He's getting up there in age. I know he's been in the league since obviously before they were the Brooklyn Nets, when they were the New Jersey Nets at one point. Obviously twin brother of Robin Lopez, who's a former New York Knick. I've always respected Brook Lopez as a human. I've always respected him as a defensive player, but this season he's not been good. Yes, he's still averaging nearly 2 blocks per game, but he's just more slow on his feet because he's getting older. He's never been the fastest in the world. He's struggling when it comes to his overall efficiency. For someone that's a 7-footer and someone who is strong, he's not been very effective in the post. He hasn't been consistent from three. If you take a look at his numbers, he's averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds this season, shooting 39% from the field. Actually, to open up this game, he looked to back down Anthony Towns in the post, and even though Anthony Towns struggles as a pick-and-roll defender, he did a really good job staying strong versus the Brook Lopez, standing his ground and forcing a turnover. And Anthony Towns just showed his overall versatility in this game, which was just absolutely amazing. You could say versatility for all 5 starters. This is 8 straight games that each starter's had 10 plus points, been in the double-digit category, which is actually a franchise record. So they played with purpose. They played amazing, but I loved just the unselfishness. Jalen Brunson didn't have a shot going in this game. Like, first shot he took was from mid-range, got to his spot, too strong off the back iron. 3, too strong off the back iron. These aren't terrible misses. There are some shots that he doesn't have a lot of elevation, but if you did not know, he's actually off to a better start this season than last season. I know there's higher expectations because it was another year we went to the second round of the playoffs. You know, he was named a captain, got the extension, but dude started off the season last season shooting 40% from the field first 8 games into the season. He's actually shooting more efficiently to start the season, and I feel he's still finding that balance of having Mitch as a starting center or Isaiah Hartenstein as a starting center. Some guys that don't really consistently space the floor. It's a way different style of play than Anthony Towns. The spacing's way different. You know, having a center that can pick and pop, having a center that's pretty versatile out there on the floor, just totally different style of play. It's going to take some time for there to be chemistry. I know Brunson hasn't been known as his pass first point guard throughout his career, but he's someone that has always shown that he can adjust. And the Heat gave me a 9 assists. This gave me a 9 assists. And 0 turnovers is the key. Josh Hart, 0 turnovers. And he distributed the basketball. The New York Knicks did a brilliant job taking care of the ball. But Mikal Bridges in that first quarter, Karl Anthony Towns fakes a screen because he knows he's pretty agile on his feet and he can catch Brook Lopez leaning towards the paint, because Cat is also a threat in the paint, because he's athletic, because he has a hook shot. He can score from mid-range territory with the follow-away, but he fakes the screen, pops outside to the perimeter. Mikal Bridges finds Karl Anthony Towns, left wing three, bang, puts it down. We were just constantly making plays defensively. OG Anunoby did a great job clogging the lanes. When he was Giannis's primary defender, he actually got Giannis shooting 2 for 8 from the field, but he was clogging that lane. He was forcing turnovers. OG was all over the place in this game. He took advantage of Taurean Prince not being the best defender. When he had the ball in the left wing in the first half, he went right at him, used his physicality, and was able to throw it down. But Karl Anthony Towns, as soon as crossing half court, we're looking to find this guy from 3. Knocked it down. Great chemistry with Jalen Brunson. When Jalen Brunson had the ball on the right wing, he got the screen by Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns popped outside of the perimeter, top of the key, drills the 3 ball. He had a beautiful give and go with Karl Anthony Towns in the second half. That Jalen Brunson has the basketball, top of the key, finds Karl Anthony Towns, I believe, on the right wing or little mid-range area, and then Karl Anthony Towns makes the extra pass to find Jalen Brunson cutting and then getting the bucket. Like, that's the type of basketball I love. Trusting the pass, 35 assists, just absolutely gorgeous. And defensively, again, I thought we were very solid. Giannis, someone that lives in the paint, lives in that dunker spot in that restricted area. When you force him to shoot 11 for 21 from the field, that is actually a huge accomplishment, because he's usually only missing like 4 to 5 shots a game. He still had 24 points. He still had his impact on this game, made beautiful reads, still rebounded the basketball. But we were just fighting for 50-50 balls. I remember Giannis kept on getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound, and there was a size advantage in the paint. But who was there to fight against Giannis? You had Josh Hart, you had OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. When you have that type of length, when you have that type of strength, you're able to battle with anyone, especially when you want the freaking basketball. And the Knicks wanted the basketball in this game. Josh Hart literally drove right at Giannis on a possession, which was unbelievable, because Josh Hart, who's a strong dude, but he's 6'4", and you see in Giannis's frame, long wingspan, tons of length, very strong, 6'11", and Josh Hart was able to finish over him. Josh Hart was making beautiful reads. He was kicking it out. He found guys cutting. He was finishing in the interior. He knocked down a couple corner threes in this game. His ability to just grab rebounds and just be so physical. He grabs those momentum changing rebounds. But Karl Anthony Towns lighting it up from 3. Karl Anthony Towns got an offensive rebound in that first quarter. He used his quickness for his advantage up against Brook Lopez, drove right by him, throws it down on Brook Lopez. He was just going at it, hook shot over Brook Lopez, just tearing him up. Unbelievable job by Karl Anthony Towns in this game. Finished with 32 points. It was another double-double. The way he's shooting the basketball this season, he's always been an unbelievable shooter. Here's a damn near 50, 40, 90 guy for the Timberwolves last year. But just seeing it in a Knicks uniform is so freaking awesome. And just seeing the emphasis of getting him the basketball. There's no excuse. He should be taking 5+ threes a game. It's unacceptable if he's taking 2 to 3 threes. And I'm not saying all for one quarter. He needs to get an equal shot distribution through each quarter. But yeah, Brunson didn't score his first field goal, I believe, until the second quarter, when we had a steal by OG, and then Brunson was able to finish in transition. But again, I like that he didn't force anything, and his work ethic, how much he really wants to be great, and he's already great. I know he's gonna get it together, no doubt about it. But Mikal Bridges, off of a Karl Anthony Towns offensive rebound, we found Mikal Bridges, and then he was able to step back for that mid-range. Mikal, if you did not know, is the top 3-point shooter when it comes to corner 3-point shooting this season. Left wings, right wings, or those wings in the top of the key areas kind of struggled with, to be completely honest. I know the corner 3-point shot is the least far away from the basket in the NBA and just overall basketball when it comes to high school, EuroLeague, college, and all of that. But I thought Mikal Bridges did a good job defensively. Damian Lillard had 19 points, but he was 0 for 4 from 3. He was not very efficient, and Damian Lillard actually airballed a couple threes in this game when it came to the second half, because Mikal Bridges has one of the longest wingspans in the league, and because he's very twitchy on his feet. I thought he had a good defensive game. Him and OG really did their job in this game. But I really liked McBride's approach defensively. This is just overall a team win, a game that the New York Knicks were in full control, up as many as 30. Felt like the Bucks were never in this game. There was times that Giannis went I remember he went right at OG on like one of the plays he did score, was able to throw it down. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Like his strength, his physicality, his motor is unreal. Like that's something I respect about Giannis. His motor is unbelievable, but they missed an extra element of versatile scoring of a Chris Middleton as he continues to be out this season. They did a really good job on Damian Lillard, the New York Knicks. Giannis was able to score, but he was kept in check for Giannis standards, someone that averages 30 points per game and puts up 10 plus rebounds per game. But Andre Jackson wasn't enough for them offensively. Ryan Hollins wasn't enough for them offensively. But I give credit to AJ Green. We've seen him last season. We've seen him in a Bucks uniform. That dude could just shoot the frickin' basketball. But this was just a fun night. You know, this was a fun night of basketball. Tyler Kolek, he even knocked down a 3 in the first half off of a nice kick out. I believe it was by Jalen Brunson or by McBride. Can't remember the top of my head. But he knocked down a 3 in the corner. You know, he had a very nice reverse layup in the second half using the rim and backboard. He knocked down another 3 left wing at the very end of the game when Bakum Dadier checked in the game. So I thought he played smooth, was a solid operator. Was he the best defensively? No, but I thought he did a really good job playing at his own pace, and I just thought he played a good brand of basketball. But the Knicks, did they shoot amazing from 3? No, they shot 30%. Cat shot amazing, but Brunson struggled. Mikal Bridges, he knocked down 3 threes, but he wasn't very efficient. Most of his threes came from the corner. But again, when you find those guys in the interior, when you have these great entry passes and you communicate and you play as a team, you play with physicality, you crash the boards, you do those little things, you're going to result in being a great team. And the Knicks were just mentally in it tonight. So when you look at it, Taurean Prince, 3 points, 1 of 4 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. Giannis, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 11 to 21. Actually, that's a key. He made so many passes that I felt like should have resulted in an assist. But if you hold Giannis to 2 assists, that is definitely big time, because he is one of the most underrated playmakers because he's such a threat going to the basket. It opens up so much outside on the perimeter. But Brook Lopez, 7 points, 3 rebounds. He's been an inconsistent rebounder throughout his career, but we kept him in check there. Damian Lillard, 19 points, but he was 6 of 15, 0 of 4 from 3, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 6 assists. Andre Jackson, 3 points. Bobby Portis, nowhere to be seen. You needed a big game from Bobby Portis. He usually has a history of killing us. Marjon Beauchamp, 4 points. They just did not have consistent contributors, as it was an overall team brand of basketball for the Knicks. I apologize, McBride had 14 points when I'm looking at the box score, but Mikal Bridges, 17 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 7 of 18, 3 of 11 from 3. Did struggle from 3. You have, but he hit some shots in the corner, hit a left wing 3 at the end. But OG Anunoby, 14 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. This dude just freaking competes. Going after the 50-50 balls, reading the lanes so well, altering shots. Dude is amazing, just making big play after big play. Karl-Anthony Towns, 32 points, 12 of 20 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. 11 rebounds, 5 assists. I wonder how many he would have ended with if this was an actual game. There was a time they had Brook Lopez on him, then they made a switch of Giannis Antetokounmpo. But Jalen Brunson, 15 points, 9 assists, 0 turnovers, so that's the key. He was 6 of 14 from the field. Wasn't poor efficiency, but 0 for 5 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Got things going in the paint. But Josh Hart, I thought he played unbelievable. He forced Bobby Portis into an air ball in the corner. He just made Bobby Portis' life hell, honestly, on the defense side of the basketball. I thought he did amazing. I apologize for using that word hell. But Josh Hart, 11 points, 7 assists, 9 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 turnovers, 7 assists, 0 turnovers. When you're getting 0 turnovers from Josh Hart, you're doing a great job. Matt Ryan checked in the game. He knocked down a 3. Jericho Sims, 2 points, 5 rebounds, but in 16 minutes, he actually seemed active and engaged on both ends. You had McBride, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 rebounds for a 6'1" guard, very impressive. 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Kolek, 8 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Just everyone had an input. This was an awesome win by the New York Knicks. We were mentally in it. When it came to all phases, the New York Knicks went on to execute. Got to be proud. The Bucks are not a very good team. We play the Pacers next. They're going to be looking for revenge because we absolutely whooped their ass when it came to the second game of the season. So I'm interested to see what goes on to happen. They came off of a loss versus the Charlotte Hornets. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.